What percentage of basketball players are there in basketball now? Then, if it was 10% when me and you came up, what would you put that at now?
You know why? Okay, I don't see none. The only person, LeBron.
Right.
LeBron's a basketball player. He knows the game in and out. He's gonna make everybody better. LeBron's a basketball player. KD is a very talented offensive player. But that's the end of it. I mean, he's working on getting more assists. He had a good defensive year last year.
Okay.
But look how long it's taking him to do this, though.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's terrible, man. I mean, because I'm forced to agree with you because it's literally like what the NBA is like watching a video game. Either you shooting the three, or you shooting or you dunking, and it's like, like I tell people who call in on my show, or I tell people I'm just talking to, I'm like, I predicted that the Cavs would beat the Golden State Warriors. I say the way you beat them is to move the ball around. Their legs will get tired. You will make an excellent shooter, a very good shooter, a very good shooter, a good shooter, a okay shooter. I say attrition does away with all that 3-point stuff, and no matter how tired you are, you can drive to the hole. And last time I checked, if you drive to the hole and get fouled and hit the free throw, that's 3 points too. And people looked at me like I was saying, and I need you to put some dirt in your hair, and it'll make your hair grow even faster. And I just don't get it. How is it that we don't have mid-range basketball anymore?
That's crazy. Because everybody wants to be a 3-point shooter. It's crazy. Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry. I mean, those guys, they shoot from half court. They ruining the game for real.
And when you say that, you
just look up to them, and then they don't work on nothing else.
And remember a couple years ago when Mark Jackson said that, and everybody was looking at him crazy.
Yeah.
What? I'm looking at your game. Who did you pattern your game after?
I watched when I was younger. I wanted to be Larry Bird, Magic, and Jordan all in one. That's how I wanted my game to be.
Right.
But I think I have my own style, man.
Yeah.
I can go to the rack strong. I just think I have my own style.
Okay.
They used to call me, they would say, "Oh, you like a baby Barkley, this and that." I was like, "Barkley don't have my handles. He don't have my D." I mean, I got offended when they said that. But
well, with that being said, I guess you would be like a Joe Dumas with some bounce.
Yeah, you can probably say that.
Yeah, man. It is trash. It's good to hear a former player say, "Hey, man, it's not the way it should be," because it's tiring watching this, and then to hear people, "Oh yeah, that's great," and I'm like, "No, it's not." It's truly refreshing to hear someone say, "No, you may be right," because I don't like that either. Thank you. How was it playing overseas, man? Because you got the CBA experience. You know what? I skipped a step. Now you're playing with the Suns. Talk to me about playing with the Phoenix Suns.
Well, what happened? So we had we had a CBA camp where all the NBA scouts came and watched.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a good outing. So the Suns interested then. Then I ended up going to a mini camp with the Suns, and I did very well. And they was in contact with my agent.
Okay.
It was the lockout, like messed everything up.
Wow.
So I go to Greece. My rookie year, we made it to the Final Four of the. I think it was not the. They won the Euro Cup at the time. It was Courage Cup.
Okay.
So we made it to the Final Four. We played against Barcelona. They were stacked. So And I believe our team, the oldest guy was probably 23 at the time.
So it's over. Yeah, y'all playing against me.
Yeah, it's like we won the championship with that team. So after that, Cadence brought me in. I finished out this season, backed up Jason Kidd. It was a great, it was a great experience. It was my goal to always make it. So yeah.
Mission accomplished. Yeah, mission accomplished. Yeah. You had a short NBA career. How does it feel to get there but not be able to stay?
Once I got there and play games, whatever, I was like back and forth. Cause I had great experience in Europe, so I was like back and forth. What do I really want to do? Play NBA, sit on the bench, or go overseas and be a superstar? So, me and the agent I had at the time, we was bumping heads. I was like, man, I'm tired of taking these, after the fitness thing, I was tired of taking chances. I ended up going to the Clippers for Summer League, averaging like 20 points, 9 assists. I had a good Summer League out, the Feline, NBA Summer League out at Long Beach. The Lakers, the Summer League, with Kobe and Derek Fisher. Oh man, that experience with Kobe, I'll never forget it.
Talk to me about that. I was just about to ask you, how was it playing with Kobe?
Hey, it's crazy how Kobe evolved into this great player, because when I got there, he was in a position where he was just, I had to improve myself. I don't, some leagues for me, I just want to prove myself. So it's a show for him. He's going out there doing the long drag crossover. Back then, they didn't have cameras. The phone, cell phone cameras. So they had the actual cameras with the flashes.
Wow.
So imagine 10,000 people at a summer league game with a whole bunch of cameras. So when Kobe made his move, man, it was so many flashes. It was unbelievable.
Like lightning striking.
Right. So, I think, that got to him. It got to him. And, because he's still a young kid, still learning the game.
Right.
And, so one game we played Portland, and they brought the true squad out there to beat us.
Wow.
So they had, Rasheed Wallace, and all those guys.
Jermaine O'Neal, Z-Bo.
Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal. Hey, Jermaine O'Neal impressed me at his age. I think he was like 19. He was shooting threes left hand and right hand. I'm like, and he's 6'11". I'm like, what the,
Wow.
He's really working on his game. So, Coach shoots 30 shots to get 38 points. We lose in overtime. And I'm running up down that court, not touching the ball, just running.
Right, you doing laps.
Right. So I'm like, this, I'm tired of playing, man. I'm ready to go.
You're right.
So, Dale Harris was the coach. Okay. So he benches Kobe after that game because the papers are right. They talking trash about Kobe. So he benches Kobe that game. We played Dallas the next game. I ended up getting 29 points. It felt good to finally get the ball. And that experience in LA was great.
Okay, give me a guy in the league a guy that you played against that you go, I don't understand how this guy, because like Tracy was explaining how sometimes it's just a numbers game. We're trying to keep this contract, they playing with people's contract. Give me a guy that you go, I don't understand how this guy didn't make it.
Didn't make it or made it?
Both. If you got both.
Myself for one.
Oh, yeah.
Killing them in the summer league, and then I'll go to Utah, Well, Utah was a different situation because they already had their roster full. They had 13 contracts, but they brought me in. That's one of the reasons why me and my agent bumped heads. I would have been camp. They might find room for it. So I go, and I end up getting player of the game against the Knicks, you know, and then get cut. I'm like, come on, man. ESPN and was talking about me. I forgot the guy's first name, but Carter ended up at Miami.
Okay.
He ended up playing well.
Anthony Carter.
Anthony Carter, yeah. We were the main attractions, the free agents. So, you know, after getting player of the game, this is Knicks coming off the bench, getting 19 in 17 minutes. I still can't get a contract, and then that's when I was like, it's political. So that's when I was like choosing overseas, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't take the letdowns, you know, even when I knew I was putting in work. You know, it was heartbreaking.
You know what? I want to talk to you about that. Because I consistently say that. And do you think every NBA team is actually trying to win? Or are they just saying, hey, man, we getting these guys in here and we gonna keep getting paid?
Yeah, I mean, it's back then. Now what they do, teams are like, okay, if we can't put the pieces together to compete and try to win the championship, we just, you know, then they start saying, yeah, just like you said, we're just trying to get people to keep them on the contract, pay them off, and then move on.
Yeah,
that's how they doing it. It's crazy.
Because
people like they prepared just to beat the first. You know, back then they were trying to say, hey, we want to make the playoffs. We want to get out of the first round of the playoffs. Now it's like, if we can't compete for a championship, we might as well trade our picks for the lottery and all this and stuff, and, you know, try to get the next big thing and try to rebuild and stuff like that. Yeah, they're doing that.
And that's something that is beyond me, man. I just, that frustrates me to no end, because I'm watching this and I'm like, when I watch basketball, when I play basketball, as I watch basketball, if I'm watching any form of athletics, and I was a part of a team called the Untouchables. And again, I'm not a basketball player. I was a cornerback, and because I backed up so much, I could jump high. So it looked like I could play. So I was always on the bench, and I'm like you. I said I'm a defensive player. The tallest dude, my cousin was our center at 6'3". We were going to the gym with actual basketball-sized guys. We were going to a gym with Alvin Sims playing point guard, and our point guard was 5'6", and we never said, "Oh no, we don't stand a chance." And I'm watching these guys in the league go, "Hey man, we gonna tank this year," and I'm like, "What the hell do you mean you're gonna tank because you can't contend? The only way you can contend is to go in the gym and say, we got y'all,' and that's gone too, and nobody's saying anything." As a matter of fact, I didn't even cover this with Tracy and the other guys. How do you feel about that, being a former guy who was paid to do this, who loved doing this, and you hear, "Oh, we're tanking"? How do you feel about that?
It's unbelievable, man. Why would you sit there and just throw away money? I don't understand. You're just throwing away money. For what reason? I guess the owner's like, we're going to make our money back from sales and merchandise, apparel, or whatever. So that's how it seems like. Instead of like really going to bring a staff in that's going to motivate your players.
Thank you.
You know, try to get through it and see how far you can get. I mean, that's how college is. You never know who's going to come out of that 64.
Exactly. Because it's just, I don't get it, man. It's like, what do you mean tank? You going to lose on purpose? And what am I to do while we tank it? Like, remember a couple of years ago, the Sixers, anytime they got somebody who was marginally good, no, you got to go because we're not trying to win yet. And nobody said anything.
Yeah.
And, it's just, I don't get it either, man. I'm baffled. So, you decide, enough with the NBA. Let me ask you this. What's the percentage of players that just say, you know what, I'm tired of playing this game, I'm going overseas? How many people let's just say 100 guys, you know, you got 64 guys get drafted, and how many of that